Let's get right into it. Number 5. Your brain turns petty. You don't notice it at first. That's the sneaky part. You wake up, scroll your phone, maybe skip water because coffee is basically bean soup, right? Wrong. A few hours later, your brain starts acting like it's being personally victimized by existence. Lights are too bright, sounds are too loud, people are too people, and suddenly, you're annoyed at a chair for being in your way. This is your brain on low water mode. Your brain is about 73% water, which means when you're dehydrated, it's not having a cute little inconvenience. It's more like a corporate office losing power and blaming the interns. Even mild dehydration, we're talking 1–2% loss of body water, messes with attention. Studies show people get more anxious, more fatigued, and more dramatic about small problems. So when you snap at someone for chewing too loudly, congratulations, your brain is running on fumes. What's happening is simple but rude. Less water means less blood volume. Less blood volume means less oxygen getting to your brain. Your neurons still want to fire, but now they're doing it through what feels like mental molasses. The brain hates this, so instead of calmly informing you, it flips the table and goes, everything is bad. That headache creeping in, that's not just a headache, that's your brain shrinking slightly because it doesn't have enough fluid cushioning it. Yes, shrinking. Nothing existential, just enough to make your skull feel like it's holding a grudge. Decision-making also takes a hit. You become worse at problem-solving, more impulsive, and more likely to make choices you'll regret, which explains why dehydrated, you thinks replying to that email immediately is a good idea. Basically, without water, your brain becomes a tired toddler who skipped nap time and is now emotionally attached to chaos. Number 4. Your blood gets weird. Imagine your blood as a smooth-running delivery service. Red blood cells are the trucks, oxygen is the cargo, and water is the road. Now imagine the road slowly disappearing. Traffic backs up, deliveries are late, everyone starts honking. That's dehydration. When you don't drink water, your blood volume decreases. There's less plasma, the liquid part, so your blood gets thicker. Thicker blood moves slower, which means oxygen and nutrients take longer to reach your organs. Your heart notices this and immediately overcompensates, beating faster like, I'll fix this myself. That's why dehydration can cause your heart rate to spike even when you're just sitting there, doing nothing dramatic. Your blood pressure can drop too, especially when you stand up. Ever stand up fast and feel like the world just turned into a loading screen? That's orthostatic hypotension, and dehydration is one of its favorite hobbies. Your brain briefly doesn't get enough blood, so it goes offline like an old computer. Now here's where it gets extra unhelpful. Thicker blood increases the risk of clots. Your body is usually very good at not turning your circulatory system into oatmeal, but dehydration makes that job harder. The blood is stickier, slower, and more prone to clumping, which is not a vibe you want happening inside you. Your kidneys also start panicking because they rely on proper blood flow to filter waste. Less water means less filtration, which means toxins hang out longer than invited. Your urine gets darker, smellier, and more judgmental. In short, without water, your blood stops being a chill logistics manager and becomes a stressed out middle manager screaming into a clipboard. Number 3. Your digestive system quits quietly. No alarms, no dramatic announcement. Your digestive system just clocks out and leaves you to deal with the consequences like an adult who should have known better. Water is a critical part of digestion, not because it's exciting, but because it keeps everything moving. When you stop drinking water, your body has to get resourceful. It starts pulling water from wherever it can, including your intestines, and when that happens, the contents of your digestive tract dry out like forgotten leftovers in the fridge. This is how constipation is born. Your colon's job is to absorb water from waste. When there's not enough water coming in, it absorbs more than it should. The result? Hard, dry stool that moves at the speed of a bureaucracy. You feel bloated, uncomfortable, and weirdly full, even though nothing productive is happening in there. Stomach acid also gets more concentrated. That burning feeling? That's not spice tolerance. Leaving your body, that's dehydration. Messing with your gastric balance. Acid reflux becomes more likely, so now you're dehydrated, and your esophagus is filing a complaint. Your gut bacteria don't love this either. They rely on fluid balance to thrive and do their little microbial jobs. Dehydration can disrupt that balance, which affects digestion, immunity, and even mood. Yes, your gut feelings are literally less reliable when you're dry, and if you're thinking, I'll just eat instead, congratulations, your digestive system would like to remind you that solid food requires liquid to break down. Without water, digestion slows, nutrient absorption drops, and everything becomes inefficient, like trying to clean a pan without soap or water, just friction and regret. Basically, dehydration turns your digestive tract into a slow-moving, uncomfortable suggestion rather than a functioning system. Number 2, your muscles start betraying you. At some point, your body decides enough is enough and starts expressing its feelings through cramps. Muscles are mostly water. They need fluid to contract and relax properly. When you're dehydrated, electrolytes like sodium and potassium fall out of balance, and your muscles stop communicating clearly with your nervous system. The signal gets scrambled, and suddenly your calf muscle is doing its own interpretive dance. That random leg cramp at 3 a.m. Dehydration loves that moment. You're asleep, defenseless, and suddenly your muscle locks up like it's being possessed. You sit there in the dark, questioning every life choice that led you here. here. Strength and endurance also drop. Without enough water, your muscles fatigue faster because blood flow is reduced and waste products aren't cleared efficiently. Lactic acid hangs around longer, making movement feel harder than it should. Even simple tasks start feeling like you're moving through syrup. Joints get in on the rebellion too. Cartilage relies on water to stay cushioned and flexible. Less water means less lubrication, which means more stiffness and discomfort. You stand up and your knees make noises they absolutely should not be making yet. Your body temperature regulation also suffers. Sweat cools you down, but if you're dehydrated, you sweat less. That means heat builds up faster, making muscles even more prone to cramping and injury. You're hotter, weaker, and annoyed about it. So without water, your muscles don't just get tired, they unionize and protest your lifestyle choices. Number 1. Your body goes into survival mode. This is where things stop being funny and start being very serious, very fast. When you go long enough without water, your body flips into full survival mode. Every system prioritizes keeping you alive over keeping you comfortable. Blood flow is redirected to vital organs. Non-essential functions get dialed down. Your skin dries out, your mouth feels like sandpaper, and your eyes stop producing enough tears. Even blinking feels aggressive. Your kidneys struggle the most. Without enough water, they can't flush out waste effectively. This can lead to kidney stones, infections, or even acute kidney failure. And unlike headaches or cramps, kidneys don't mess around quietly when they fail. It's a medical emergency. Your core temperature rises because you can't sweat properly. Heat exhaustion and heat stroke become real risks, especially if you're active or in a warm environment. Confusion, dizziness, and fainting follow. Your brain, already annoyed, now starts misfiring in dangerous ways. In extreme dehydration, blood pressure can drop so low that organs don't get enough oxygen. Shock becomes a possibility. This isn't "I'm thirsty" anymore. This is your body waving a red flag and begging for intervention, all because of water, the most basic, boring, unglamorous substance on Earth. So yeah, if you don't drink water, your body doesn't just get thirsty. It slowly, systematically falls apart while trying its best to keep you alive. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.